Hello and welcome to today's video. So this video is the first one in a new series that I'm planning on doing, where I test out people's TBR games, and I plan on doing this for the rest of the year. And my overall plan is by the end of this year I'll know what I like, what I dislike, and be able to create a TBR game of my own after like doing this. So basically there's going to be 6 different TBR games that I try to replicate for the rest of the year, because we've got 6 months there. So for this video I'm going to be playing Pin the Tail on the TBR cart, and this is the TBR game created by the channel spoopyhol, and this is 100% completely inspired and like an attempted copy of the game, so I'll of course link her channel down below. But yeah, July is the only month I've planned out. I haven't figured out who else's TBR games I'm going to do, so any suggestions, leave them down below. But for now, let's grab an armful of books and show you what we're working with. So the reason I knew I wanted to attempt playing this TBR game is, well, 1, because it looks really fun, but 2, I already own a cart, so it's got all of our kitchen spices and stuff in there, so I do need to empty it, but then we can get it ready. Okay, so you may be able to see some of my pile of books there. So they are the books that I'm kind of like excited to read next and want to get round to. So as per the same way that spoopyhol does this, I'm going to fill the bottom and the middle double-sided with books I want to read. So let's do it. I'm gonna add some things in to like stop the books falling over, because this is not working. Okay, so I've ended up doing this, but I've had to put like some upside down mugs and some like coffee and tea jars in there to stop the books falling over. But both sides of the cart do now have books. This side's a little emptier, but I mean honestly I thought this was going to be too many books. This is a lot and it's not filling it, so that's going to be interesting. I'm now going to go and make an arrow and find a sleep mask out, and then we'll come back and play. I haven't done any of that yet, but Jafar wants to play. Do you want to be twirled round? No, you don't like it moving. Okay, cart is all set up. I've got this big sleep mask that I managed to find in my boyfriend's. It's absolutely massive on me. Like it's too big, but I've shook my head in it and it's like not falling off, so hopefully that'll work. And then I made this little arrow, stuck a bit of blue tack on the back, and we're ready to go. So my plan is to spin 5 times. That's what's done in spoopyhol's version, I believe, or at least the last video I watched. And normally she does it so if she misses 3 times she has to add another book on. No, so to be fair, everything in there is like ready to read, except for this series here is 4 books long. And if I land on that, I don't want to count it as a miss, because I do want to read the whole series and will probably end up reading the majority of them over this next month. So I think if I miss, I'll count it as a miss and do that if you miss 3 times, add another one on. But if I land on a later one in this series but not the like not in correct order, then I won't count that as a miss because I intend to read them all over the course of a couple of weeks. So if I land on one of them, I'm probably going to read all of them. I hope that makes sense. Hopefully this is all ready to go. And also I hope you can see okay. Maybe if I angle that down a bit more. So I'm going to put the mask on, spin the cart, spin myself, and we'll get going. This is really exciting. I've never done anything like this before, so this should be fun. Let's go. Lovely. Mask is on. Tuck it behind my ears. Spin the cart. It's rattling a lot because of the mugs that are in it, so I'm not really sure if this is safe or not, but okay, we've got it there. Spin myself. Wow, this is a lot more disorientating than it looks like. I always think like, how do you look that dizzy? Because that doesn't look like you get that dizzy, but wow, I'm actually spinning. Okay, so this is the top of it. So I guess we just stick it on. Is that on? Lovely. Okay. The first, they've all fell over. I will just push the arrow in and see what it lands on. Okay, so it's landed on this book here. This is The Secret Circle, The Initiation and the Captive, Part 1. So, this is the first book we've got. I actually read this book when I was in high school, I believe, but I can't really remember it at all. And I recently found the second part of it in a charity shop, so I've been wanting to like read the whole thing. So yeah, I'm going to at least be reading the first one this next month. Hello, okay, and we're going to go for this book here. Oh my goodness. How do I get this out? Okay, so this second book that has been picked out is Selections by Joshua Prager, and it's 100 Years. So I've brazed through this before and like kind of read it bits and pieces here and there, but I really want to sit down and read it all at once. What this essentially is so for every age from, I think it's 0 to 100, it might be 1 to 100. Let's have a look. Okay, so it starts at birth, ends at 100, and it can be selected from any book, any time, and I've basically gone through and found every age where it's been mentioned in different books and put the writings together. So for instance, if I open it randomly, so on 20, one knows who one is. In childish egotism, one supposes people have a relationship only with oneself. But after the age of 20, the frame is uncertain, change is hard to pin down, one is less and less sure of who one is, and other egos with their court of adherents invade one's privacy with theirs. And then it tells you like the author of the books. This was written by V.S. Pritchett in The Midnight Oil, and it's got that entire way through. So yeah, very excited for this one, and it should be quite a quick read as well. Eye mask on, tuck behind the ears, arrow tip up, there we go. So let's spin this. There we go, lovely, spin me. So I don't know where I'm going. Okay, so I think I don't want it to drop and it to be a miss. Okay, yeah, that's stuck. Oh, what are we going for? Ah, nice. Wow, there's only 3 books left on this shelf. Okay, so here we have our third pick. Yeah, our third pick. And this is Clockwork Prince. This is part of the Infernal Devices series. And this is part of a big reread I'm doing. I'm essentially trying to reread all the Cassandra Clare books I've read when I was younger and then continue them on. So for me, I've read all of the Mortal Instruments and all of the Infernal Devices, but many years ago. So I'm still working through my reread of those, and then I'll eventually carry on, because I'm pretty sure that the Shadowhunter world is ending soon. I'm pretty sure it's been announced that the last ever Shadowhunter series is coming out. So I kind of just want to catch up and be in the know and not worry about spoiling myself all the time. So yeah, so this is book 2 of the Infernal Devices. Basically we've got Tessa, Will and Jem, and they are our main 3 characters. Will and Jem are shadow hunters, Tessa is something, and it's their adventures. So this is book 2 of their adventures. I'm going to go for the middle shelf because I've done the bottom on the last few times. So let's steady myself first. Okay, and let's, I don't know where to go. Here, maybe? Okay. And as I expected to happen, we landed on the series. So this, I don't even know which book this is in the series. This is the last book in the series. This is the 4th pick. However, with this being the 4th pick, it kind of makes it so I actually have 7 books now, because this is the last book in the Shiver series by Maggie Stevewater. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. I've heard it pronounced a couple of ways, but I'm pretty sure that's right. But yeah, anyway, and I've never read this series, and I want to. I don't even know what this series is about. I've never read a Maggie Stevewater book, and I'm like slowly trying to collect them. I mainly buy my books from charity shops and shop around, and then like we'll use like second hand stores online. There's very few books that I'll buy brand new. In fact, this year the only books I bought brand new are the Heartstopper series, and I mean we're almost at the end of June now, so that kind of tells you I don't buy new a lot. There's many books on my shelves that have been on my TBR for many years. So this is one way, doing these games and creating my own game. I'm going to make sure I get around to all of them eventually. I will. I'm determined. So yeah, this is book 4 of the Shiver series, and I know absolutely nothing about it and want to keep it that way. So there we go. And unless I manage to miss this this 3 times, and we're just having our 5 books, so that's quite good. So what I'm going to do, I guess, is do I want to go for the middle or the bottom shelf? I do not know. Let's go for the middle. I think I've picked them both twice now. So this is, yeah, this is the middle shelf. So I guess, is that on? Is that up? I'm pretty sure I've just moved the mug and it all fell. So that is great. I don't know what the right thing to do here is. So I think I'm going to push the mug back up. It's kind of landed on a book anyway, but the books have all just fell over. So I think I'm just going to like scoot it back up so it's on like one obvious book. Is that scooting? No. Okay. What are we doing with this? Okay. I'm going to have to cheat a little here and make sure they're all stood up. Are they up? Are they up? Okay, they keep falling. Let's just take the mask off. What have we landed on? Okay, I should have just done that. I should have not cared and just done it. Okay, great. Last book. I am extremely excited about this last pick. So this will be, well, I don't know if I'll read it last in July, but this is our last pick for July. and it is Graceling by Kristen Cashmore, and I'm really excited about this because I'm like following along with a new readathon that's happening this month called the Graceling Along. Essentially I put this in there because it's the first book in the series, and over the next 4 months there's like a read along happening where all 4 of them are being read, and it's a series I've always really wanted to read, so I thought, why not now? It's kind of, I saw that a read along was happening essentially, and it's given me the push to actually pick these up, so very excited. And to be honest, I know very little about this. This was featured in my last haul video, I think. I found it at a charity shop for 99p, so already off to a good start. But essentially, I think we've got a main character called Katza, and everyone is born with an exceptional skill. Katya's skill, I think, is the grace of killing, and she has to like deal with that, but I don't really know a lot more about it except for it has got really amazing reviews and a lot of people where I know my book tastes vibe with them have also loved this book. So yeah, and we've got 5 books here which are all very exciting. If this is the first video you're catching of mine, on average a month I normally read between 6 to 8 books if I'm kind of really mixing genres. So 5 books to me is quite perfect to pick that I have to read, because it also gives me that flexibility to do some mood reading if I want to. I'm really excited about these in case you can't tell. So yeah, I think that's everything you need to know. Once again, this game is Spoopyhol's Pin the Tail on the TBR card game, and once again that's all going to be linked down below. And let me know down below whose game you should think I should test out and follow next month. I want quite a lot of variety, I want to try lots of different types of games, so I'm literally open to every and all suggestion, so please do let me know. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a like, subscribe down below if you would like to see more like this, it does help me out. Bye!